Bernie McTavish... Sorry.
Okay,
Okay,
restart.
I won't. Bernie McTavish had a bad day at the office. He hadn't really gotten anything done that day. Then his wife phoned to say that the pipe has burst under the hall floor. Everything was all right, but he would have to climb into the window because the furniture was in front of the door. Bernie put the telephone down with a sigh and put on his black leather motorcycle gear. He couldn't see the bag he usually put in his office clothes in, so he found an empty cash bag in the safe and stuffed them into that instead.
Then he set off home on his motorcycle.
I'm a motorcycle.
It was a dark and damp night. He hadn't gone very far when the motorcycle coughed, juddered, and stopped.
Jitter, eek!
Bernie tried to start the engine again, but it was no use. It was broken.
Blah.
With another deep sigh, Bernie dismounted, tucked his helmet under his arm, and trudged home. It started to rain. Oh, nuts, said Bernie. He was nearly home when he realized that he had a stone in his boot. It was hurting his foot and making him limp, but he couldn't be bothered to take it out, so he limped home.
I'm limping home. This hurts a lot.
Feeling sorry, very sorry for himself.
I'm very sorry that I have the rock in my boot. I'm not going to take it out, though.
When he got to the house, he eased open the living room window, threw the cash bag inside, and then climbed stiffly in after it. Now, what Bernie didn't realize is that as he did this, he was being watched by 2 policemen in the car across the street.
Oh no, there's a robber in that house.
Suspicious behavior, said one policeman. Yes, said another. And what's more, he looks just like that bank robber we're looking for. Inside the house, Bernie gazed down through the hole in the floor. It's okay, Dad, called Jamie. I found the leak and I think I can fix it.
It's okay, I can fix it.
Have a cup of coffee, dear, said his wife. And look what I got for you today. It's part of your outfit for the costume party tomorrow night. Try it on. Bernie tried it on.
Oh my gosh, the disguise is so cool.
It was a funny mask made up of a pair of glasses, a large nose, and a fake mustache, all joined together. Oh, you look terrific, laughed his wife. Just then there was a loud, insistent knock at the door, and a gruff voice said, "Open up!
Open up!
We know you're in there." Bernie and Gladys McTavish looked nervously at each other and started to heave the furniture out of the way. When they finally managed to open the door, Bernie and Gladys were surprised to see 2 stern-looking policemen standing there.
I'm so stern. Right. Don't move, said the first one. We have reason to believe, sir, that you are the man who robbed the bank on Main Street this afternoon. You don't have to say anything. Me? Cried Bernie. But I don't know anything about the bank robbery.
I don't know anything.
You fit the description perfectly, sir.
You look just like him.
We've got you now. Bernie took off the mask. What description? Motor gear, slick-backed hair, limp. It's you, exactly. Did you think you could ever arrest barricading yourself in the house, sir?
You could never.
No, said Bernie. You see, there's a leak. Jamie's down there fixing it now. We had to move the furniture to get at the floorboards. And I suppose, said the second policeman with a grin, that's why you had to climb into the house through the window. Yes, exactly, said Bernie. The police scratched his head and looked doubtful. And how do you explain the large, very full cash bag we saw you with earlier? That was the suit I was wearing in the office, said Bernie. I always change before I come home. My hair isn't slicked back. It's wet. I got caught in a heavy downpour. This all seems very unlikely, sir, said the first policeman. How do you explain the bowling ball? The robber threatened to knock over the bank staff with a bowling ball if they didn't hand over the cash. We clearly saw you with the bowling ball tucked over your arm, sir. You can't fool us.
You can never fool us.
For a moment, Bernie didn't know what on earth they were talking about. Oh no, he said. That's not a bowling ball. That's a motorcycle helmet.
Oh no.
He showed them the helmet. Ah-ha, said the policeman as he finally found the flaw in Bernie's argument. But you arrived on foot. Yes, my bike broke down, said Bernie. You see, there's an explanation for everything. And the limp? Asked the second policeman, looking more and more puzzled. A stone in my boot, said Bernie. He took off his boot and held it upside down, and a tiny stone tinkled out onto the floor. The second policeman whispered something to the first policeman, and the second policeman looked doubtful for a moment and said, Can you sing for us, sir?
Sing? said Bernie. Yes, sing a song for us.
La 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 la.
Anything in particular, officer? Asked Bernie. He was beginning to think these two policemen were completely mad. Something from an opera, sir, but I don't know anything from an opera. Well, anything will do, said the second policeman. Bernie took a deep breath and started to sing. When the red robin comes bobbing along. It sounded terrible. Bernie had never been much of a singer. He sounded like a cat stuck in a tree.
Meow! Meow!
Well, that's said the second policeman. This is the wrong guy. He isn't the bank robber. It is, said the first. He isn't? Yes, he isn't. Everyone looked at the second policeman in complete bewilderment. Why? They asked. Well, while the staff was filling the cash bag, the robber was singing something from an opera, and an eyewitness, or an ear witness, suggested Gladys. An ear witness said he sounded good.
I said I saw it. Very good, in fact. So this man, who fits like the description everywhere but sings like a parrot with a stomachache, can't possibly be him. My singing's not that bad, said Bernie. We're sorry to have troubled you, ma'am, said the first policeman, and they turned to leave. He added, I'd get this mess cleared up if I were you. Bernie sat down heavily on an upside-down bucket and sighed. Could things possibly get worse? Just then, Jamie appeared from the hole in the floor. He was dripping wet. I can't fix the leak, Dad, he said. There's a lot of water coming in. He got a bucket. Bernie passed the motorcycle helmet. Use this, he sighed.